Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as a Google Pixel 10 Pro XL expert. Let's get started. As you can see on the front of the packaging here, we've got a picture of the back of the Google Pixel 10, the Google logo. It says the name of the phone on the side, the Google logo at the top, the name on the other side, and then these two pull straps right here that allow us to go ahead and slide the covering over the box off. So you just want to pull those off to open the box. So you just pull down like that. You just remove both of those little stickers, and then from there you can out. I may have to pull the rest of the sticker off. I didn't pull off all the way there. There we go. Now we can let it slide out from the cover. So the cover comes off just like that, and we are good to go. So you can see an outline of the phone on the box after the cover comes off. And then to open it up, you just lift the top of the box off and it comes off just like that. Really cool. So inside we've got a pull tab. You can pull this up and the phone comes up just like that. You've got a USB-C to USB-C cable to charge, and you plug it in the bottom of your Google Pixel 10 and the other end into the computer or a wall brick. And then from here you've got some information like a quick start guide to get started and some warranty information. So cool stuff. And that's all that's in the box there. So we can go ahead and put this cover over. We can slide this away. And then we can bring over our phone. So you no longer need a physical SIM card. You can activate your eSIM during setup. So Google Pixel now has eSIM. It's got a paper covering over the phone. It covers everything except the camera bump here. And you can just lift it up. And it just comes off just like that. And here we have the phone. So on the side we've got the volume and the power button. We've got the speakers and the USB-C port. If I come in closer there, maybe you can see. There you go. Speakers, USB-C, this is where you charge the phone at. And then the camera on the back. And the Google logo right there. So it looks really nice. So we can go ahead and hold down the side button, the power button, and turn on the phone for the very first time and boot it up and go through the setup process and see what it's like. So it vibrates, the Google logo comes onto the screen here, and we are almost ready to go with getting started. It turns into the magic Gemini logo. It's powered by Android. That pops up there at the very bottom. And in a few moments, we'll be guided through the setup process of what it's like to get this phone turned on for the very first time. There's a loading bar that's processing and going from left to right there in the middle of the screen, right under the Google logo. And it's booting up for the very first time. So this is exciting to be able to use all the cool new features on the Google Pixel 10. And here we are, it's waving at us. There's a nice little wave, and it says hi there. And then there's a button below that, and it has hi there in multiple languages, hola and more, bonjour, hello. So if you need accessibility settings, you tap this button right here, and you can access vision settings. You can set up with your voice or set up with the simple view. You can also pick your language. So we'll go ahead and pick English. We'll go ahead and hit back. So English is selected, accessibility settings are still there, and now to move forward with booting this phone up and using it for the first time, you'll press this button at the very bottom that has the arrow on it. It's a white button with a black arrow. You tap it one time and it moves over to the next screen. Now if you have another device like an iPhone, an iPad, a Pixel, or Android device, you can bring that device next to you and set up this phone very easily, and it will do its best to transfer all the data that's on your older phone and bring it to this newer phone. So it says set up using another device. You just copy the settings, accounts, and more from that phone or tablet, and you keep it nearby and unlocked. In this case, we're going to set up this phone as a brand new device rather than copying over settings, so you'll get to see what it's like to set it up from scratch. So in order to do that, we're going to press this skip button at the very bottom. If I come in closer here, you can see it says skip. It's very small, it's very tiny, skip. So it has iPhone, Android, or Pixel, on the two main things, but in the lower left is a skip button. So we're going to tap the skip button. And now it's going to have us connect to Wi-Fi. So it's searching for all available Wi-Fi networks. And then if you don't see yours right here, you can tap see all Wi-Fi networks and it pulls up a list of all the Wi-Fi networks nearby. We'll go ahead and connect to our Wi-Fi network, and we're going to do this off camera to protect my privacy. And then once we are connected here, it's going to obtain an IP address and be able to connect to the device here. So it says connected, limited connection, and we are good to go. Now it's fully connected, and we should be able to move on to our next phase here. So we'll tap on our Wi-Fi network, and it says getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. So some is checking the network information here. It's processing. It's got these beautiful animations, with the loading signs going on. And now it's up to our next question, where it says, who are you setting this phone up for? You can set this phone up for yourself or for a child in your family. So in this case, we're going to set it up for myself, but if you're setting it up for a kid, you can say for my child. So I'll say for myself. And now it says checking info, and it's processing, and it's got those beautiful animations going on, circling around. Next up is signing in with Google. So you'll be able to connect your Google account to this. And the purposes of this video, I'm going to skip this, but I would highly recommend signing in with your Google account because this is a Google phone and all the Google settings will be on it, including your Gmail, your calendar, your tasks. Everything you do with Google, once you log in with Google, will be preset and available on this device. So I highly recommend typing in your email, your phone, and setting that up. But for the purposes of this demo video, I'm going to skip the Google login, and I'll just do that by pressing the skip button in the lower left. And now it's just double checking, like, are you sure you want to skip? Because in order to download apps, music, games, other content from Google Play, and back up your apps to Google and sync services like Calendar and Contacts, and activate device protection features, you have to be logged into Google. So if you choose to skip, you won't be able to do any of these features on screen or that I just mentioned until you log in with a Google account. So I'm just going to go ahead and say skip and confirm this. And now it's asking us to connect to a mobile network. So this uses an electronic SIM. So if you have your QR code from your carrier or instructions from your carrier, you can go ahead and pull those out now and press setup eSIM. But for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to connect it to a mobile network. I'm going to press the skip button in the lower left to move on to getting this phone set up so I can reach the home screen and use it for the very first time. So I'm going to press the skip button, and now it's just checking in and double checking. Do we want to skip the eSIM setup? If we skip this step, you won't be connected to a mobile network until you set up a SIM in settings. So if you want to set up a SIM later, if you choose to skip, you can do that. If not, you can set it up now by pressing the Setup eSIM button in the lower right. But I'm going to go ahead and press the skip button and move on to the next phase. So now it says set up a PIN. So your PIN must be at least 4 digits, but a 6-digit PIN is recommended for added security. So I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to type in my PIN number, and then after you do that, it's going to ask you to re-enter that PIN one more time just to verify that you have the correct PIN. So I'm going to do that off camera one more time. I'm going to confirm my PIN, and then I hit the next button and we are good to go. Next up is the fingerprint unlock. You can use your fingerprints to unlock your phone or verify in apps. So it's secure and helpful. You can keep it in mind. Your fingerprints are only stored on device and never sent to Google. And for the best experience, add 2 or more fingerprints to set up face unlock. And then it can be unlocked when you don't intend to if someone holds up the phone to your finger. So you got to keep that in mind. And if you have a screen protector, apply it before setting up your fingerprint for best performances. So cool stuff. All right, let's go ahead and say if you want to do this, you press the I agree button in the lower right here. If you don't want to do this, you press the not now button. For the purposes of this demo, I'll hit I agree and show you how to set up the fingerprint. So the fingerprint is embedded into the display. So it's underneath the display, and the fingerprint sensor will be on the next screen. So for the greatest flexibility, set up at least one finger on each hand. We'll press the start button in the lower right, and if you don't want to do this, you can press the do it later text in the lower left. So we'll press start, And now the fingerprint sensor is right where this fingerprint logo is, right here on screen. So we'll just put down our thumb, lift and touch again, lift and touch again. And you can see the progress bar of the circle is completing here as we lift and touch again, and it's capturing as we firmly press on the sensor. And just like this, it wants the left edge, now it wants the right edge, and one fingerprint was added. So now you can use your fingerprint to unlock your phone or verify it's you. Next, you can add another fingerprint for extra convenience. I'm going to go ahead and press the next button. We'll skip adding a second fingerprint. If you're looking to launch a business or have one already, check out High Level. You can build a funnel, make a website, and even create your own AI employee. You can sign up using the link below to get a special double trial for 30 days instead of the traditional 14. Make sure you use the link below to get started today. After you get your high-level account set up and log in, this is what it will look like. You've got all of your features on the left side in the sidebar to build your business and help other people build businesses. And first off, I'm going to show you how you can create a site and create a landing page or a funnel inside of High Level. All you have to do is just click the site section in the left side, and then here you've got some pre-examples here: the clean opt-in, the default video conversion funnel, simple opt-in page, and video conversion funnel 2025 update. Now you can press this new funnel button in the top right one time, and now you can either start from blank, you can start from AI, or you can start from templates. In this example, we're going to start from the over 1,000 templates that are already built into High Level and press this continue button. And then from here, all the templates come up. You can select your category on the right side or left side here, or your type. We can go down, say we're doing an event. We can select the event template section, and then we can select an event. Let's say like we want to have a freelance income webinar. We can select on that one right here. It tells you a little bit about this template, the date, and all the information for it. And then to move forward with it, all you have to do is just press this continue button right here in the top right. And then it adds that template, the color styles, the typography, and loads all the images right here into our site's funnels page. And it makes it really easy to get started and proceed with editing it. So it loads up the editor here, it loads everything that we need, and then we can start to redesign this web page and make it perfect for our business. So we can come in here, we can add the specific date of when it starts. We can say how to launch your webinar instantly and make it shine with AppFind, and that kind of rhymes. And we can come over here, we can add in our images that we want to, our names and our business titles. And you can see here the template is pretty much set up where we can come in here and modify each piece that we need to as needed to make it look great. And then once we're all done, we can hit this publish button in the top right and we can publish it. We can select a domain. So we'll either have to purchase a domain or connect a domain. And in order to connect a domain, you'll need to go into your settings here, and you'll need to be able to log into your backend for whoever registered your domain and input it in and link the domain or subdomains together. So that's how you can create a site really quick inside of Go High Level. It makes it really easy. We can click on sites in the sidebar. We can check out what the clean opt-in looks like, and then we can look at what this looks like by pressing the button right here. So clean opt-in is very simple. You collect their name, email address, and phone number and provide their major benefits and put their image down below, and you're good to go. So super cool. Now what makes High Level really nice is you can track your opportunities as people submit forms. You can track those leads right here within the software. So as you can see, the High Level software is a very comprehensive client customer relationship manager where you can come in here with AI agents, websites, you can do automations, you can do memberships. There's so many things that you can do with High Level, and we're just barely touching the surface here. And you can get started today using the link in the description to start your extra free trial with 30 days and get started with checking out High Level so you can build a funnel, make a website, and even make your own AI employee. And now it says set up face unlock. Use your face to unlock your phone or verify it's you in apps, so it can be secure and helpful. and you can keep in mind that if you wear glasses, you can wear them during setup. So your face is only stored on device and it's never sent to Google. And for the best experience, set up Face Unlock along with Fingerprint Unlock so you can do both simultaneously. And then it creates a unique model of your face to verify that it's you and you're in control and can delete this data at any time or turn it off if you'd like. So if you don't want to do this, you press the Not Now button in the lower left, and then in the lower right, if you do want to do it, you press the I agree button. So we'll go ahead and press I agree in the lower right, and now it says how to set up Face Unlock. On the next screen, hold your phone at eye level. So I'm going to point it to the side here so it can see me at eye level, and then I'm going to press the Start button in the lower right. If you don't want to do this, you can press the Skip button or the Skip text in the lower left. So I'll go ahead and press the Start on the right, and then it sees my face, and it says center your head, tilt your head up, tilt your head down, and that, just like that. That took 2 seconds. It did it really fast, and it said looks good. When you pick up your phone or tap the screen, you can now use your face to unlock it, and it works best when there's a lot of light and you're not wearing dark glasses like sunshades or a mask. And now to move forward, all we have to do is just press this next button on the left. Or on the right. The next button is on the right, the back button is on the left. So we'll press this next button on the right and we'll move forward. Now we've got Google services. We can use things like location, allow scanning, send usage and diagnostic data, install updates and apps, and then we can accept. And now we've got our limited warranty in English and Spanish for the United States, and we can find this information in settings for more information about the limited warranty. You can also tap on these and read more if you want. Scroll down, read as much as you want. You can close it with the close button in the lower right. And now we'll press the next button to move on to additional legal terms. So you'll need to accept things like the Google Terms of Service, the Google Device Aberration Agreement, Google Privacy Policy, and more. So you'll accept those in order to use this phone. And now it says get peace of mind. Your Pixel comes with safety features to help you be prepared and stay connected. There's Pixel Satellite SOS. So it's in select countries where you'll be notified, and then you can message emergency services if satellite connection is available, and there's no mobile or Wi-Fi network. You've got crisis alerts, where Pixel may send intelligent alerts for nearby natural disasters and emergencies, plus next steps to ensure your safety. And then you've got more in the Personal Safety app, where you can set up emergency contacts, medical info, safety check, and more. So we'll go ahead and press this next button, and now it wants us to review the additional apps, and it says apps will be downloaded over Wi-Fi. You've got Fitbit, Google Docs, Google Home, Google Keep, Google News, Google One, Google Wallet, Google Translate, Google Find Hub, Google Pixel Watch, Google Notebook LM, and Journal. So you've got all types of apps here. You can check which ones you want and which ones you don't, then press the OK button in the lower right to move forward with which ones that are installed. So it's getting the phone ready, and now we can learn the gestures. So we can swipe around to navigate this phone, and you can learn the gestures to go home, go back, and switch apps. So we'll go ahead and press the Try It button on the lower right. We'll press that one time. And then from here, we just swipe up to go home, just like that. So you swipe up from the very bottom of the screen. And then we can swipe from the left or the right edge to the middle of the screen to go back. So you just swipe to the edge, or from the edge to the middle to go back. And then to switch apps, you swipe from the bottom of your screen and hold and release. You swipe from the bottom, you hold and release in the middle, and now you can switch apps. We can press this done button. We've checked out how to use the phone, and we are all set. It makes a nice little notification tone, and you're ready to start using your device. Today we're going to be checking out Surfshark for our lovely promotion, where you can get an incredible VPN for about $2.19 for their 24-month promotion. I'm going to go ahead and download this onto our phone and show you the setup process, but you can use the QR code on screen to take advantage of this deal and get access to Surfshark's virtual private network. You can secure your online browsing. It uses protection and hides your IP address, and you can get all kinds of great features to make sure that you stay secure when you're using the internet. and you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark or use the QR code on screen to take advantage of the deal that we have, the promotion that allows you to get Surfshark for 24 months at just $2.19. So let's go ahead. This app is almost downloaded, and I'll show you what it's like to set it up on your brand new iPhone. So this is definitely one of the first things I do when I get my new iPhone. I log in, I set up my virtual private network so I stay secure, whether I'm browsing at home on Wi-Fi or whether I'm on the go on someone else's Wi-Fi network or on 5G. When I have Surfshark enabled, I'm safe and it's fast and it's reliable. So I'm going to go ahead and open this application up. After you've clicked the link in the chat or in the description below, the Surfshark, the appfind.org/Surfshark, or you scan the QR code on the screen and sign up, you'll be able to download the app onto your phone. And then here it's got two options: to create an account or log in. You would have most likely already created an account when you've redeemed the promotion on the QR code or on the link in the description. So you would hit the login button and it asks you to continue with Google, Apple, or your username and password that you set up originally. After you have successfully logged in, this is what it will look like on your screen on your brand new iPhone 16. Now you may be wondering, what do you do? So what it's recommending is you to connect to a virtual private network in a certain location. Now your IP address can be from almost anywhere around the world that they have service. You can scroll down and it looks like I tapped on one. I tapped on one, and it instantly opens it up and tells me more about that. So I highly recommend picking something that's local or nearby, because what will happen is when you're using your virtual private network, websites will kind of detect your location, and if it detects that you're very far away from where you actually live, sometimes it may not let you log in, or it may block you because you wouldn't want someone logging into your account that's not actually you. So sometimes it can be very challenging to get around certain things like that. One of my favorite features is the multi-hop. This way you can have secure connections from multiple directions, and I can scroll down, I can select something like we've got United States and Canada, United States, New York, and Canada, Toronto. We can tap on the multi-hop, and it will need permission in order for us to get started with the VPN. So let's go ahead and authorize the Surfshark and get permission. We'll hit the continue button at the very bottom, and now it's going to ask us, Surfshark would like to add VPN configurations. Since we do want our VPN to be connected, we'll press this allow button right here, and then it will take us to our settings where we'll have to enter our passcode. So I'm going to enter our passcode off camera here just to stay secure, and then it will take us back to the app and it will start connecting. And I'm going to hide my IP address at the top right here, but this is what it looks like. In the top right, your IP address pops up, and then it says connected and safe, and then it shows you your connection time. And then at the very bottom, you can see in the bottom left here, you've got the country that you're connected with, US, New York, and then you've got it via Toronto, Canada. So then you can press disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it on the right. I'm going to swipe down so my IP address goes away. So you can always disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it right here, or you can scroll and search for another location that you want. So you've got multiple locations here at the top, and you can select whichever location that you want to connect through to keep your data secure. So this is Surfshark, and it's our lovely promotion that we've got going on right now. You can scan the code on the screen, or you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark to take advantage of our incredible offer. And I hope you enjoyed the virtual private network and it keeps you secure. This is one of my favorite products that I use every single day to stay secure on the internet. And it says swipe up to go home. So we just swipe up and we're presented with our home screen. So let's take a look at how we use those gestures one more time. If we open the Chrome web browser and we want to get back to the home screen, all we have to do is just swipe up from the bottom and it takes us back to the home screen. Now, say we have multiple apps in our app switcher. We just open up Gmail and we want to get back to Chrome. All we have to do to switch apps is swipe up from the bottom, hold in the middle, let go, swipe over, and here's where the Chrome is. So we just went from Gmail to Chrome. And you can do that to get back to Gmail. If you swipe up from the bottom, hold down, swipe over one, and here's your Gmail. Just like that, to use the app switcher to switch between your applications. we can press the got it button and it wants us to add emails and things. Say we swipe up and we tap on the Chrome browser. I'm going to tap use without an account, but I recommend you setting yours up. Allow Chrome to send us notifications. Say we come here and we select an article, like the BART train being offline today. So if we want to go back, all we have to do is just swipe to the middle of the screen, just like that, and it goes back to the previous screen. And this works from the left and right. So say we click on another article here. So we tap on this article and we want to go back to the previous screen. We can also swipe from the right to the middle of the screen and it goes back just like that. So the gestures on here are very simple. You swipe from the edge of the screen to the middle to go back. You swipe up to go home, and you swipe up and hold. That's different. You swipe up, for the app switcher. So if you're in an app, you swipe up and hold. If you're not in an app, it just pops up instantly. So that's really cool to explore there. All right. So cool features and cool navigation settings right here on the Pixel 10. Now, you may be wondering, how do we access things like our settings? So in the settings, you swipe down from the very top right here. And you'll notice if you swipe from the top, you've got your quick settings, or quick panel settings at the top here, where you can turn off the internet, the Bluetooth, the flashlight, the modes, and then you've got your notifications that come in silent mode and more. So that's how you access your notifications and your settings right here on the Google Pixel device. Really simple to get started. Now, say you want to download an app. Well, that is in the Play Store. You just tap the Play Store. Now, you have to be signed in, and since we did not log in with the Google account, we cannot log in and download apps. But the Play Store is where you download apps at. Gmail, we know, is where our email is. We've got the Photos app. One of the coolest features in the camera is the zoom. So I'm going to put this box. The box is right here, but I'm going to put it very far. And it's got our settings on right now. So one cool thing about the camera now, the box is right over here. I can zoom into that box 10x and see the Google logo just like that with it being far away, which is really cool. I've got 5x. I've got 2x. We can try something over here. So you can still see the camera. If I 10x zoom into the case, you can see the case over there. And this case is across the room. The camera on here is really handy. So I think this is super cool that you can zoom in very far on the new Google Pixel. Super cool stuff. So I'm going to swipe up to go back here, and that's one of the coolest features of this brand new phone. It's got the Tensor chip in it that allows for great processing power. You've got, of course, all of the Google AI features like Gemini built in. So that's really handy for Google Assistant. We can go over here. We can see. So I'll show you. Here's how you open up your apps. You swipe up from the bottom, and all your apps open up just like that. And from here, you can see all of the Google apps like YouTube, Google Docs, all the things that were installed, and more. So pretty cool stuff. You can hold down, but you can hold this button down to use the Gemini Assistant, but you have to sign in order to use it. So if you set up a Google account, you'll be able to do that. You can also press the Gemini button right here on the home screen, and it'll instantly bring up Gemini and allow you to use that successfully. So Gemini is their large language model that allows you to chat and understand, context from the world, and it's a really cool chatbot that works very well. So you can check that out. You've got the Messages app right here. If you set up a SIM card or you want to use Google Messages, you can do that, and everything syncs across. So really fun phone, a really awesome device.
And if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, go to appfind.ai to subscribe to our newsletter, where you can get the latest complete beginner guides every week in your inbox. You'll get tutorials straight from, including these videos that we make on future technology guides, and written tutorials on how to access these consumer electronic products and apps, and it's really neat. So go to appfind.ai to sign up today, and you can use the AppFind Complete Beginner's Guide strategies in your email inbox to get the latest technology, apps, software, and AI tools and products.
And this has been a complete beginner's guide of the Google Pixel 10. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and let us know what your favorite Google Pixel 10 feature is in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to figure out when we release our next technology video. We love producing these for you and can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.